Support for this podcast comes from Invent Together. I bet you didn't know that inventing activity by Black inventors peaked in 1899, and it has never recovered. Black and Hispanic college graduates patented half the rate of white college graduates. That's just one of the reasons why you need to know about Invent Together. When our patent system gets more diverse, our nation will get stronger and more successful. Find out how you can help diverse inventors and unleash economic opportunity at inventtogether.org.
Let's get ready to be feminine deities with energy and inspiration. It's time for self-exaltation. Let's glow, 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 glow. Let's glow.
Hey, Glomies.
Oh,
You guys, buckle up.
ooh.
Because today's guest in the studio live
Is a fucking psycho.
is comedian extraordinaire Annie Letterman. Welcome to the show.
His name is Annie Letterman. Hello.
You may remember her from Girl Code. You may remember her from an talk show that she hosted.
You forgot the name?
Wait, what was the name?
So bad. The name was We Have Issues. And I was like, we have issues with the name We Have Issues. Like, what a nightmare. I wonder why it didn't hit.
She was a hit regular on Chelsea Lately. She's a stand-up comedian at the Comedy
Wow.
Store. She's
Can you bring my credits into like
Annie.
the century? You're like, you guys may remember if you're old enough.
She was in the Tiananmen Square photo.
Listen, you may remember me from being the Lindenberg baby.
okay.
Annie's a legend.
Annie is a legend. She's one of my
Is that how you call me old? You're like, she's a legend.
She's
My oldest friend.
Well, we have been friends for a very long time.
Yeah.
The first time we met,
We've had 2 friendships. We had 2 rounds.
we've had 2 rounds of friendship. The first round, I think, what do you always say that, did I take your clothes off or did you take mine off?
Oh, the first time we met, we were at I knew her because we had the same manager. So
Oh, yeah.
I had just moved to LA,
How
got
many
passed at the
managers-
Comedy Store right away. Hate me, they all do.
Hate me
Auditioned
because you
once.
ate me.
Auditioned once. What's up? Name on the wall immediately. But whatever. So I still get midnight spots. Anyway, sometimes I'm like, are you guys opening the club later just to put me on? I don't know. Is this a test? But so I saw little Esther in the hallway of the Comedy Store, and I said, "Oh my God, are you little Esther?" And I think you knew who I was.
Yeah, I did.
That was a scary moment for me.
What? Oh, if
It
I
was just
didn't
gonna
know.
be like a real moment, but whatever.
Oh, the thought of being rejected by Esther, that would put me out of commission for
I mean, she's just so short. I just feel like it could never hurt me. Just kick her in the broken toe or something.
yeah.
Oh my God, how dare you reference that?
Listen, I told Esther, by the way.
The toe is in the building.
When Esther did her basic bitch, this was my year on Instagram story. I was like, you should take
yeah.
all of them down and it should all be pictures of your toe.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit of a dearth of I need more bruised toe bathtub sexy photos.
Yes.
Like my foot fetish was just kicking off.
Well,
like
I
with
was
all
like,
those toe
Esther, you can get
photos.
money for this. Like, I'm holding safe for, I consider selling my pictures of my feet every day.
That's
but
for the
I'm like,
Patreon, honey. That's not for the
save
Insta
it.
followers.
Yes, you don't
Yeah.
just give it to everyone.
I
true.
got a toe fetish just from your broken toe.
And they were so little. And to see
You're
a little thing
weak.
injured.
I know.
Guys,
Your weak little pinky.
She
it was
needs
like,
us to carry her.
It was like a fawn with a broken leg
Look,
in the
dark
meadow.
it's all happening on the dark web. I'm making a lot of money that you don't know about.
Esther's
There's
wiki
some-
feed is like 12 out of 10.
This is what I This is what I really miss from Instagram stories. Esther would do one shaved leg, one hairy leg.
Oh,
I miss those days when Esther's like, I'm a fucking pig. Deal with it. That's
Esther,
before she was engaged too. I was surprised that you were even putting it out there.
I know. I got engaged. A lot of Glomies have been like spotting my ring on.
they feel very
Oh,
betrayed.
did you not talk about it?
No, I haven't like made an announcement because that's kind of not the engagement I'm having. Like, we decided not to post about it.
Oh, we decided.
You and the toe,
when I
right?
made him propose to me, he, for some reason, doesn't want to tell anyone about it. I don't know what it is.
Esther and the toe have decided to keep it a private matter.
But yeah.
Did he propose? Did he slip it onto your pinky toe? The ring?
Oh, you know what? With toes like that, I am surprised you don't wear more toe rings. You could really rock like a full Johnny Depp set.
A little mood
of
ring?
toe ring.
You guys
Oh my
are
God.
crazy.
With like this,
No, but I talk about the engagement a lot in my stand-up. So in my mind, like, everyone knows about it. But then people are like, is that a ring? And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I haven't talked about it here. But anyways, Annie, I heard a rumor that today you went to Ulta and you got a makeover.
Okay, guys, listen.
You
I
look
woke up this
amazed.
morning. My makeup was done. It was done. It's been a week. It's been drying out. I'm shoving it back in. I'm twirling the wand around, just trying to get any product I can. There's none. I'm like, am I gonna have to put moisturizer on it, or am I gonna just bite the bullet and go buy my makeup?
Wait, also, I have to interrupt that last summer I went to the Montreal Comedy Festival with you and Annie had her makeup in a plastic, like, Ralph's bag. She didn't have a makeup bag. This woman was carrying and traveling around from city to city. She's a professional comedian who travels. She has her makeup in a, like, basically a little garbage bag.
Purse? Yes.
Which is it?
They give you. Do you guys know they give you free purses at Ralph's?
I see today.
Actually, they cost 10 cents. But
I see today you have a makeup bag finally.
But you see how it's free, right? There's nothing else in it. I can't wait to open it to show you what's in it. I have a surprise in there for you.
Oh no.
So,
It's not used. Don't worry.
so
Okay, so I wake up this morning. I have my makeup is out. I gotta go.
What do you mean it's out?
I'm just I use the Tarte tape.
shape tape.
Shape tape.
She's out of shape tape.
I'm out of shape tape. I use it all over my fucking face. It's like my number one. I'm out of it. I'm like, what? I gotta go get makeup. So I go to get my eyebrows threaded, and across the street is Ulta. I'm like, that's easier than having to park at Sephora and all this shit. So.
Well, shape tape isn't even sold at Sephora.
Oh, is that true?
You
Yeah.
can only buy it at Ulta.
Because
Yeah.
I originally got it at Ulta, but they
That
must have
shit's
done the switch.
exclusive.
Ulta
No,
exclusive.
It's only at Ulta.
Damn, Ulta's making moves because they have
Huge.
very little else.
Well, they
I
have
know.
Kylie.
Oh, they have Kylie too. It
Yeah.
is shocking
It's like
to go
a
into it.
Chechen war zone in an Ulta.
Well,
It's just
I went to the one on Highland, or not Highland, the one on
So, La Brea.
La Brea.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like obviously,
Tester
3
game
minutes
week.
in, there's like a man screaming like about Vietnam, and you're like, you're 20. He's like, 9/11's an inside job, and so are blueberries. You're like, all right, dude.
yeah, that Ulta's a little.
It was rough, but it was fun. I met a soul, a kindred person, a wonderful person. But anyway, so I go into Ulta, and I'm like worried because I'm like, fuck, I'm spending all this money. Go in, find the tape. I hear this voice. First, I walk in, and it's like, hello, and I hear this like angel's voice, like a lovely little gay man. I'm like, where is he? And I couldn't find him. And then he was behind the Mac counter. He was like hidden.
Yeah.
And he just pulled me right in and goes, I'm so bored. Can I please give you a makeover? And I was like, yeah, dude.
Dream.
Ugh. Like the guy working the 2 p.m. shift or whatever.
He's
time it was.
like, please. So, I mean, there's no guilt to buy anything. I told him I was like, look, I don't really want to spend any money. I'm like trying to kind of come in and just spend a few bucks.
And steal.
No, I actually don't steal. I'm not rich enough. I feel like that's all my rich friends steal.
What?
That's so true.
It's because they don't want to wait in line. It's like they
In
don't wanna
high
wait
school,
around.
my richest friends
Oh,
were
in
the
high
girls.
school.
Well, those are the people that are still. That's when I think of stealing. I think of high school girls.
Same, yeah.
I mean, you can't be like almost in your 30s and get caught
It's
stealing
it's
something.
my friend when she was either 29 or 30,
Oh.
she got caught shoplifting bronzer from. She was like,
Oh no.
but she was a late bloomer, so this was like her 14-year-old. Like I got handcuffed to a fucking bench outside the Willow Grove Mall for stealing sunglasses,
Oh my god.
which I think was a rite of passage. I mean, it was pretty amazing. But it was a wonderful, not that I'm like, you should steal, but it was fun. Dramatic. I would pay like $1 million to get that photo of me in the Bloomingdale's. Like my I'm in trouble face. It's a Polaroid that they had up.
How
My
did you
dad and I
get
tried to find it.
caught? How did you get caught?
It was on cameras. And,
cameras really work.
Yeah, it was on cameras. This was, in the 1920s, so I don't really remember. But he just comes, handcuffs me to the bench. I'm like, so scared. I'm like, what? Like, who are you, sir? I mean, he has no, there's no identifying. He is just a man with handcuffs.
It's like the start of either the sexiest afternoon ever.
He was so
or
hot.
like the worst.
Never dated a white guy again.
Yeah.
But I was screaming for my life. when he handcuffed me because I thought I was being kidnapped.
Oh my God.
And then like this
so
van
crazy.
came up. And then I don't even know when they told me they were the security. Like, I don't know how far
We
in.
still don't know.
But I mean, I guess I deserved it because I was breaking the law and like scared straight shit. Like it felt like I was on Maury. Like it was pretty impressive
Yeah.
and fun. And then my mom had to pick me up. And then my mom like was like, it makes it more expensive for other people when you steal. And I was
What?
like,
That's the position your mom took, like
Yeah.
capitalism.
yeah, but I
the
also don't
corporation
think that
side?
I don't think that it. We were brought up Quaker, so that's how you got us was to be like extra like you're hurting others. It's like, oh, all right. I don't
You
want
were
to do
brought
that.
up Quaker?
Yeah, Quakey.
Wow.
I'm a fucking
What
Quake.
does that even mean? In it?
Why did you get so
it's
scared?
so-
What's
like-
the gist of that?
Did you think I was going to hit you that you didn't
Quaker,
know?
it's just like kindness.
Yeah, it's like not a real religion. I mean, it is. It was chill. It was not hard. It wasn't like we had to do anything. You have to literally do nothing. So it's a form of Christianity that believes that God's in the form of an inner light. So it's like not a dude or whatever up in the sky. It's just, it's a light that's inside you and everything, Are you guys crying?
I'm a little bit. Yeah.
I'm always like, everyone except, my ex-boyfriend or whatever.
So
but
Caroline's nipples were crying.
why are they weeping? Are you a nursing mom?
I don't know. Sometimes I just lactate.
Your
when I
nails
hear-
are great. Are those natural?
These are natch.
Oh,
They're natch. I'm blessed with the gift of strong.
and your hair just grows forever?
My hair, it stops at a point. This is pretty much the longest it'll get. Nipple length.
Do you ever braid your nipple hair and your hair together?
I wish.
Do you have nip hair?
Not as much as I'd like.
Not as much
Mine's a
as
lot.
me. Do you have? I have I have to tweeze that.
It's a
almost,
thing.
it's
love
every
plucking
day.
it. I do it like right in front of my boyfriend's face. Like I'm like there's something about
Yes.
like I'm like we're in this together.
It's like a thicket.
He doesn't care though. My boyfriend like grew up looking at like he wasn't allowed to really look at porn, so the porn he ended up finding was like weird, like mommer type porn. So
Stepmom.
yeah, like that type of
What?
shit.
He's
He just had like he didn't
Wait,
have
what
like
is stepmom?
he didn't
porn?
have
It's
like
every guy likes stepmom porn.
What is it?
Well, maybe not every guy.
well, they couldn't. They didn't have the internet, so they couldn't search like whatever they wanted. So they just got like whatever was there.
What? So what is that?
Stepmom porn is a huge genre. It's a huge thing. If you go to Pornhub.com, it is like number one. It's
I
disturbing.
like that you added .com.
That.
Don't show up at Pornhub.
Don't go to
the internet.
Pornhub.biz. Don't even try.
.org.
.gov.
Yeah.
You do not want to go to
They'll
Pornhub.gov.
get you.
So stepmom porn it's always it's the stepmom and the son, and the son, she walks
like
in on the
MILF.
son and he's like jacking off or something, and the son is like, I don't know how to jack off, will you show me? And then the stepmom helps him jack off, and it can sometimes it'll include like the step kids, like the girl will be there too, and like then like the stepmom and the daughter will fuck and the son is like watching. It just involves like the creepiest. And the thing about stepmom porn is that it gets so close to incest, but that step in front of the mom is what keeps it from being full-blown incest.
Your kid's eyes would be in the regular place. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. It like from
If you
that
had it,
baby,
yeah.
the eyes are good, the chromosomes are all
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's not technically
Unless
it's
it
not
depends on
tech
how old she is, because she could be in the geriatric pregnancy age, where you
That's
never know what the baby's
true.
going to
If
come
she's
out.
a little older, there is a more high risk pregnancy, absolutely. But yeah,
I
that's
love Sean
stepmom porn.
Penn, official Sean Penn.
Hi. So if
I
you,
love you.
yeah. So yeah, if you go to seriously though, if you go to any porn website, it's like the number one.
They
thing.
just
guys
want-
are really
yeah.
into
I thought
it.
teen was like.
No,
Teens
dude.
are out, honey.
Teens are out.
It's all
It's
about
old
incest
ladies.
now.
Oh
It's
my
old ladies and
God.
incest.
Yeah. And yeah, shout out to high risk pregnancies though.
Yeah,
It's
listen.
not high risk anymore. Like Jerry Hall just had a baby. That bitch is like
It's
65.
crazy. I want to be the oldest. Like, this is my plan. I want to eventually freeze my eggs. I'm going to have to sell pictures of my feet to get the money, but freeze my eggs. And then I want to have kids. I want to die of old age in childbirth.
Annie.
Like, I want to be so old that the baby's like on its own. Like, how cool would that kid be? Having to fend for itself.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, find one extremely famous artist who
doesn't have a dead
have a
mom.
dead parent.
Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna, the
Wait.
classic.
Did you guys talk about her butt implant drama?
I don't. That's not
It's so
that.
obviously not butt implants. She was
Yeah.
at a drag
It's a
show.
diaper.
She was at a drag show. She was obviously
She was
wearing the drag
padding.
ass.
I know. Our society, the way they quickly scream butt implants, it's like the boy who cried butt implants all over the place.
But also,
It's
the
not.
butt implants don't go that direction. I have issues
First
with the
of
butt
all-
implants because it looks like they put the butt cheek on the side of the thigh,
Madonna-
saddlebag side.
Madonna's not getting butt implants,
No.
first of all. That is like
If she does, they'll be natural looking.
Yeah,
Except
they'll be
doesn't Taylor Swift.
injections. First of all,
What?
injections, not injections, fat injections in your butt are the industry standard. No one's getting implants anymore. Implants are like back in the day, like strip mall surgery. Now we get fat injections.
How common is that?
Now, when we say we,
yeah,
I'm talking, it's the
I
poetic.
haven't gotten anything
It's the
yet.
poetic, the collective we. We as a society,
Right.
we as women, we're getting our fat centrifuged
we
out of
as
our
in
inner thighs.
the network, women's entertainment.
We as in the network. It's not about the implant anymore. Because like you say, you get this side shelf.
It's a crazy side shelf that I see these days. I think it doesn't look right.
Well, I think because my friend, one of my college friends who doesn't have fat on the side, is always saying that she wants to get fat put there on the side. I guess
That's
it
right.
is.
As things have shifted. It's
And
amazing.
I know, I'm like,
about injectables.
my whole life.
It's all liquids.
yeah, that was bad before,
Yeah,
remember?
I was like, oh, I just wish I had pencil thin legs.
Do you remember when butt wasn't even a thing? It was like
Yeah.
having a butt. You're like, ew, you have a fat butt.
No,
like,
I know. I would like
I
try
know.
to make my butt smaller.
even my favorite DMX song, I Lost My Virginity to the music of DMX, so he's near and dear
That's
to my
not
heart.
possible.
I swear to God. I mean, I didn't like fuck a CD. Like it was on while I was on.
That's unbelievable.
on a waterbed. And there was a ferret present in the room.
What kind of Quaker?
If you
It's-
don't
listen.
know,
Not my Quaker daughter. No,
if
she
you-
didn't.
If you don't know that Annie Letterman lost her virginity on a waterbed,
You don't fucking know
the
shit.
comedy scene of 2019.
Apparently not.
2019. Come on, I've been talking about this for years. This is
All
like
right.
open mic set over here.
All right.
But
How are you drinking
what is that?
cold brews from Starbucks at 8:30 at night?
I will tell you this. I gotta set it midnight tomorrow. I gotta keep my schedule.
Okay.
No, but I do have hemorrhoids and I shouldn't be drinking coffee.
All right. Well, I
Walk
do
us
want to hear the
through-
Ulta story, but I also
the
want to hear about the
hemorrhoids.
hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
The story just kind of ends with I got this makeover from this beautiful man who did a wonderful job, and I feel like he made me look like a 14-year-old, not a boy, a girl, and
but that's bad because teens are bad and you want to be a stepmom.
I think I have a boyfriend, so I don't care.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And I just think I'm like, I never thought I was hot before, and now I realize I'm hot, so now I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah, you're really hot.
Thank you. So are you.
No, top notch. V hot.
But I didn't know. Now I know. So I'm like, all right, now I can relax.
Hell yeah. And you've got hemorrhoids.
And I've got, you know
So
what?
you
And I
can't
can say
actually
it. Listen, I can
relax.
say it boldly. Well, I got them right before I've never had them before.
What are they? Walk us through from start to
All right.
finish.
Include the donut pillow.
I want to make sure everyone is eating. Make sure you've put something in your mouth, possibly brown. Okay.
Poor.
So what happened was all of a sudden my butt kind of hurt. And I'm not, listen, I've had IBS my whole life. I've had, diarrhea, daily diarrhea for
Princess
years.
Di.
I've Princess
Princess Di
yes.
visits you.
Princess Di. That's so funny. Yeah, it's a real car wreck. But so is this too soon? I'm so sick of you. I'm so sick of your
Esther,
shit.
ever since she got her leopard coat,
I
she's like
know.
so sensitive to Princess
It's
Diana
not me,
jokes.
it's my toe, okay? My toe is really...
Your toe
that
is- your toe
jacket
is
is
so
very
PC.
stepmom.
You bought this same jacket.
I know, I loved it. Well, here's the thing with that jacket.
It's
It's
getting a
very
little-
fashionable.
Wait, your jacket is stepson. Oh no. I knew we'd make a porn by midnight.
Yes.
Esther, I have to say the jacket, your faux leopard
Oh, I thought it was
fur
real.
jacket is getting a little mangy.
Oh.
I
She
was
needs
gonna
a
say
bath.
I'd love to sniff it up a little. and see
Okay,
what's
Yeah.
going on.
do you wash jackets? Because in my mind...
You need to comb that thing out or something. It's looking a little. It looks like Heathcliff.
It does look a
No.
little bit like
No, stop!
It looks like what would happen to an animal if it didn't like a cat if it didn't lick its
Exactly. You need to lick that down, Esther. It's like Oliver and
Yeah,
Company.
lick it down.
That
Get Dave
thing's
to lick it
about-
down. What does he do in this relationship
I think
anymore?
it looks
Lick
good.
it. Yeah, keep combing it. That's good. She's just. I'm not saying she looks bad. I'm saying she looks clumpy.
It's an everyday wear, so you gotta figure it
Yeah,
out.
we don't wash our jackets, right? Glomies do. Jackets are outerwear.
I think it's outrageous to wash a jacket.
Yeah,
I
no, I
understand
don't-
that you
Oh, good.
should.
No.
Listen, I, from my drinking days, had a lot of jackets that were, by the way, if you ever want to know the secret to looking young, just don't drink alcohol. But full jackets, wool jackets with just being wasted. I'm from Philly, just eating just cheese whiz from cheesesteaks all down my sleeves.
Oh yeah.
3 years I'd wear that jacket with just like crusty cheese on it. So
By the end
what's
of the
up?
winter, if your jacket doesn't smell like fucking ass and shit in the armpits.
Oh my God.
That wasn't a good
Wait,
winter.
Well, I also
What?
have sweaty armpits, so my shit gets fucking sweated
Yeah,
up.
we're not washing jackets.
So I had a girl in the front row at a show at the Hollywood Improv a couple weeks ago. White jacket. First of all, I'm like,
How
you don't
rich
need...
are you?
No, that's what I said. I go, you look rich as shit because who would ever get that jacket? I'm like, I would be afraid I would somehow get my period on the jacket. It wasn't a long one. It was a short one. I'd be like, it'd be on the collar somehow. I'm like, how did I do
Shoots
it?
up the back.
Listen, you never know. Have you ever sat
Shot
down?
up the back of your pants?
Have you ever taken a
Like a
seat on the
baby.
toilet and you just like look up and you're like, oh my God, how did I get it up there?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
or
well-
it's like dripping in the front of the bowl.
Like, what did I do?
Why is it in the front of the bowl?
What
Oh,
happened?
there's always a couple blood drops on the floor, and it's
Yeah.
always so much of my period blood ends up my butt, and like my whole crack from taint to like
Well, what do you
taint to
wear?
lower back is all blood.
Is this pads?
No, I mean,
Thanks?
yeah. Sometimes if I'm out on a pads day,
Right.
the whole ass is just blood.
Can I just tell you, okay, I do Diva Cup and I was very into things for a while, but they smell weird. I can't get over
Ooh.
I
don't know
do
how you clean them.
reusable pads, and I'm never going back.
Reusable pads?
It's amazing. I'm
Please
like,
tell me you make Dave wash them.
I can't even tell you how much money I save with my reusable
I love
pads.
this idea. Tell me more.
They're just, the brand is like Charlie Banana, and I actually got them on Thrive Market. Shout out to our Thrive Market sponsorship, whatever partnership. So they're just reusable pads. You soak them in cold water. You put them in the washing machine, and like
No fabric softener.
no, and you don't ever spend another
Put a
dime.
little salt and hot sauce on the fork and
Well,
knife.
it's funny you
Take
should
a
mention
bite.
that because there is
Dinner's
someone in my
done.
family. Her name is Donut, and she is my Yorkie poo, and she will dig and get
Dogs
those
love pussy
Dude,
juice.
it was
pussy blood.
my
and
entire
everything.
life has
Ugh.
just been my poor brothers because I was the only girl. Just like how many times like my maxi pads and bloody period, like all my tampons were just always. My dog would always take it to their room. It was like she knew. I was like,
Your
yes,
dog's
girl.
a feminist.
She's a fucking feminist. She's like, you don't have to deal with this. You have to deal with it now.
Quaker feminist interspecies queen. I love your dog.
I definitely am a big reusable pads girl. Wait,
Yeah.
but you do
But I
Diva
wonder if
Cup?
you have the same problem with the things where does it end up smelling mildewy or it
Okay.
doesn't dry at the right?
I just got hemorrhoids.
Yeah, I'm
from you
so sorry
saying
about your
that.
hemorrhoids.
I wash and dry them, so I don't. I also don't know.
You can put them in the dryer.
Yes.
Okay. Thinks you're not supposed to put them in the dryer,
that's
and you have to make
problematic.
sure that there's not like fabric softener in it and stuff.
Oh.
So then it's
I
like
don't follow those
I hate
rules.
it's
rules
high
like
maintenance
that.
rules. It's high maintenance rules. I really enjoyed them forever. I was like, I wanted to be sponsored by them. They never hit me up, so here we are. Here we
Rude.
are. But I just can't deal with it because then I was like, they smell like I'm not gonna go out like extra smelly on my period. I can't do it. I can't be that girl.
I know. You're low enough.
Listen,
You know?
it's enough. I'm already bleeding. I'm already at a disadvantage. I'm dragging this trail of blood behind me. But so now I'm just back to pads. But I'll do a reusable pad.
But are you Diva Cupping?
Diva Cup forever.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm not fucking around with tampons anymore.
I'm so deep in the tampon world.
I know you really got to get out.
Wow. I'm really feeling it now. Just the two of you.
The Diva Cup is like first of all, it's like kind of amazing just to see how much is there, like just to see what's happening.
I couldn't.
Do you dump the contents in the toilet?
I save
Yeah.
it. I do a shot.
It's in that cup right now.
Yeah, that's what this is. No, my friend though is such a hippie. She lives in Colorado now, but she's my friend from New Mexico. And she and her husband are farmers, and she keeps her blood
No.
to put into the thing. But it's
Compost.
I'm like, girl.
It's not that good for the plants.
Sometimes I think she's just doing it for show because she knows I'll get a
Totally.
kick out of it.
Is it like
Totally.
a dominance thing over the dirt?
It's a stepmom thing.
It's just letting the weeds know who's boss.
Who's the real bitch in town?
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of? No, let's
Just say
change
it.
the subject.
No,
All
just
right.
say it.
Do you get a lot of clumps in your Diva Cup?
Yeah, you get all the clumps that you're gonna
Otherwise, you're
get.
not doing it right.
It's like cookie dough ice cream. Like I'm just digging out for the clumps.
I was thinking like yolk. It's more like yolk.
Okay.
Okay.
But wait, can we
Hemorrhoids.
talk about
Can
what's
we just
happening right
fucking
here?
Talk about hemorrhoids.
Can we just make this less gross and talk about hemorrhoids? But can we talk about what's going on with the period shaming here of your own? You are getting grossed out by your own
Well,
own
clumps
body.
are not fun.
Never.
No.
I'm just trying to protect the listeners.
I think clumps are
Are
kind of
there a
gross.
lot of male listeners?
No.
I
don't
less
know,
than
some.
0. How do I quantify that?
Great movie.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
clumps. Yeah, clumps are just Clumps are just fine.
I think it's important to talk about the clumps because that's when you're getting the.
We talk about clumps on this show.
Trust
Don't
me, yeah,
get
it's
me.
a clump
I
friendly
like
space.
that I shamed you guys into a weird place right now. I feel alpha doggy. Right
Yeah,
now.
I know we're like being all clump defensive now. Like,
we love clumps. Call us the clumps. We're gonna make a movie.
We'll pull a clump out.
clump with a K with a C. We don't care.
It's kind of unbelievable what happens with our bodies.
I need to know about your hemorrhoids because
Okay.
It's a need to know
yes.
basis.
Okay, I
don't-
sit
I've
on the
never,
toilet.
Okay.
I sit on the toilet. My asshole hurts.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I feel like there's something like coming out.
I'm so
And
wet.
I have a bidet, okay? So the area is cleaned already. And I reach my
You have a
hand down.
bidet?
Yeah, but stop looking at me like
Toto or
it's, my bidet is the same as your fur jacket, okay? It's like the cheapest version you could fucking get.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's great.
The add-on?
I'm never gonna. Yeah, it's just an add-on. It's
I'm
like
very
something
curious
spa.
about those. Where does that water source from when you get the
And
add-on?
is it
just get
hot
it
or
from the-
cold? We're bidet horny over
Listen,
here.
us. Mine's just cold. I have the shittiest one, and you shouldn't get it. There's screams that come from my bathroom from me and my boyfriend. We're like, because it just you have to like. It's so sensitive. Like you have to. Usually, I'm just shooting like the hardest stream of water at my asshole. I mean, literally like shooting out of my mouth. Like, how did this happen? But so, and my boyfriend just screaming. I'm just like, oh my god, lighter on the bidet. But so it's just attached to the regular cold water. It just goes through the cold water thing under the toilet. But I would get a warm one. I would upgrade because this is like the $39. This is the lowest. This is like people without a house could carry this bidet under their like. If I lived in my car, I'd be like, can I install my bidet? If I lived in my car, like it's not my life. How many times have I lived?
If you become homeless with a bidet,
Again?
I will.
It's like I feel homeless. Like my heart is homeless.
Yes.
But I have a bidet, so it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And if you don't know what a bidet is, it's a small Frenchman, and he lives in your toilet.
And he licks your asshole
He licks your
clean.
fucking
Is
asshole.
So is it too cold and too like?
Yeah.
The coldness doesn't really matter. Your asshole's warm. Do you
But
know what I mean?
your ass
Oh,
is clean.
it's
It's the-
nice when it's warm
it's
water.
it would be great. It would be a lovely luxury.
Really nice.
That's a privileged
Ooh,
asshole.
Big tip. This is a rumor I've heard. You know
That's what I call my hemorrhoid. Big tip.
You know the restaurant next to Neuhaus in LA, like that.
What's
you know that
The one by
Neuhaus?
Sugarfish?
Yes, that the
like with the weird outdoor
generic
patio?
restaurant.
Did you say the magic word?
Oh,
When's Dave taking us? Dave,
Dave,
my
take us to
toe.
Sugarfish. Esther's toe.
my toe is really hungry.
Listen, she hated actual Japan. Will you just take us out for Japanese food?
Oh my god!
I didn't hate Japan. I hated myself in Japan.
Oh.
I couldn't walk, and that was like,
Did people speak Japanese to you?
no.
Just assuming.
no.
No. Esther's doesn't have the grace of a Japanese woman.
Not
they
with-
weren't. They
not
weren't
I
with-
never
confused.
thought they thought she was a woman.
You lost, little boy.
Wait, what is the tip? So that does that?
There's
Oh, yeah.
bidets in that bathroom.
Oh,
Apparently,
great.
like the nicest.
And what is it called?
nicest
Which place is
toilets.
this?
It's
Is it a
that place
restaurant,
with
you
the
said?
weird. Yes, it's the restaurant with the weird outdoor patio in between
no.
Neuhaus and Sugarfish. And apparently, they have the nicest bathrooms in all of Los Angeles.
Oh, amazing.
Big tip. Okay, back to your big tip.
Okay.
All right. So I
really
reached
want
down.
I really want a bidet.
Get a
I can't stop
bidet,
thinking
bitch.
about it. Okay.
A Toto.
Listen, if I had fucking gift money right now, I'd be buying you a bidet in a second.
No. I don't want.
I went crazy, but I bought everyone squatty potties. Listen, when I find a
Wow.
thing, I get generous with it.
I do have the advanced squatty potty. I will be very clear about that on the record. The
The
higher one.
advanced?
Yeah, there's like 2 levels.
You can pump it up.
And I got up to the big boy.
It plays the Space Jam song. What is it?
It's just taller.
Are
so
we
your
allowed
knees,
to even play the Space Jam song
Am
anymore?
I even allowed to say?
Oh my God, you
How
are
are you
Kelly.
done with it? I'm almost finished.
I'm not. I watched it since you told me. I'm like.
I
3
wish that it
episodes
was
in.
more real. I
It's
hate
so
like.
dark. It's so. We're talking
know.
about the.
The
Sorry,
way
we're talking
that
about the
they-
R. Kelly Lifetime docuseries.
Yeah.
Doesn't it bother you the way they edit it is so creepy? It's
When they
so
just-
like to keep you in like from the to come back after
Well,
the
it's
break.
Lifetime.
But they're always like to be continued. You're like, oh, can we just?
Are you not watching it on demand? There are no breaks when I'm watching
It's
it.
just so. But I don't even mean actual breaks. But like the way they edit it is like so like they tease it. It's like we're teased. We don't. The subject matter is fucked up.
It's salacious. It takes salaciousness to a new level.
R.I.P. Aaliyah, man.
That's-
Aaliyah, my girl.
I got a whole new sadness for
My girl.
for
Do
baby
they
girl.
talk about her after the first episode, or is that?
No, I think the story kind of shores up in the second episode because like they have to get the marriage annulled and stuff.
I can't believe they were married. I don't remember that at all. Do you?
No,
It's so disgusting.
It must have disappeared in the news like pretty fast because I just never heard that.
Do you remember being
knew-
13? Like, can you imagine being 13
No.
and there's like a fucking
No.
superstar's like, I'm going to make you famous. Want to be my wife? Like, that's the craziest thing.
I would have been like beside myself
It's the
with
craziest
happiness. I would have been absolutely beside myself.
I was too busy shoplifting.
and getting handcuffed by
Handcuffed.
your future husband.
It was R. Kelly that handcuffed me. I forgot to tell you guys.
Poor Aaliyah.
know.
She could not be more gorgeous.
She was the
She's
prettiest thing
so
I've ever seen.
cool.
Hard
Her
pressed.
abs were like the craziest thing I've ever.
I know. She was just so cool and sexy, and it's just so sad.
It hurt me so much when she died. It hurt me so
know.
much.
It was
But you
so
know what? I honestly, I'm
shocking.
not even going to lie. I had this. This is one of my thoughts. This is how much it affected me. 9/11 happened right after it. And I went, at least Aaliyah didn't need to see 9/11.
Yeah.
I literally had that real feeling. I was a freshman in college. And I should have said high school, in high school. And I was just like, oh my God, Aaliyah.
She bounced before America got real dark.
Yeah.
She kind of bounced. Like, she was too good for this planet. I'm happy she didn't have to see what's become of this.
I just always wonder, I'm like,
Thick
why the guy who was flying that plane was such a fucking asshole.
It was
Wait,
overloaded.
really?
It was overloaded.
They
that was what it
overloaded
was.
it.
They were doing a photo shoot.
Too
They were
much
doing a
weight.
music video
Right.
on an island.
Barbados.
And, yeah,
I don't know.
whatever, one of them.
Something.
And then they overloaded it, but it's like,
Overloaded.
that's the dude's fault. That's the pilot's fault.
Don't exceed the weight limit. But you know what? Aaliyah wanted to get
Aaliyah
home.
listen.
It's not just his fault. Aaliyah wanted to get home really bad.
I'm telling you, I'm sure that there was a lot of like diva moves, and I'm not saying from her, but from her people were probably like, we
I
need to
can't.
like.
When you know that it was preventable and someone made a
was
bad
completely
decision,
preventable.
that's just
You have to be able to
fucked.
fight against like people's money. You
You
have to be
gotta
like,
be-
when they're like, they probably were like, we'll give you extra money, just like bring it. Like, you have to just know that you're flying a fucking plane and it's up to you. But I mean, he died too. So
no matter if they're complaining about their broken toe or
Wait,
what were we
I just blacked out. Wait, oh my God, I'm Aaliyah? My broken toe?
You're definitely Aaliyah, by the way.
I love
I mean,
her.
not the abs, not the abs.
The
no offense.
princess.
she's the princess.
You have cute. You know what your abs remind me of? Like,
Cinnamon rolls?
Pillsbury Doughboy.
no, like, remember when Britney first came out and she had like little, little kind of like chubby abs, but they
Oh,
were
that
still
was the
hot?
best stomach of all time. I
It
mean,
was the
I will
best.
show you right now. That's not
No,
what
you
I
have a great. You have a
I
great
mean,
stomach.
Annie.
No, you have it.
Annie.
It's cute, Esther.
You have a cute stomach, and you've been wearing
It's
your
cute.
sweatpants well, and you have your big boobs,
Well-
and your little shirt hangs over, and you have like a little sliver of
Can
belly
I tell
showing.
you right now?
You're like hot, but it's like she could probably bathe.
A stylist
like that.
told me that it's all about that waist. Once I learned about like really highlighting the waist, especially as a short girl, like that has changed my game. Even with sweatpants, like if you just gotta highlight the waist and it makes you
The
look.
natural thinnest part of your waist.
Yes.
I mean, low-rise jeans, like, who
People
has the
keep
body
saying
for-
they're coming back, but it's like they're not going to
Not
come
for
back.
me.
We're not going to
for
allow it.
me.
They don't do you many favors. I
My
have a
lower
couple
back
low
fat?
jeans.
Hell
and
no.
Some people. I don't.
I
just
do
think,
like my thong hanging out. I do enjoy that.
I think a high waisted jean and a crop top. Like nobody looks bad in that look.
Not. I think I will say that sometimes I fupa out with too high of high waist.
It's
I fupa.
such a-
It gives me a fupa and almost pancakes my ass, and I think I have a big ass. in
It's
a way
a
that should be
fine
heard.
line. You gotta really.
I've started doing mid-rise, and mid-rise is really working for me.
Ah.
You hit it. I remember watching, what was that show with it was the gay guy and then the woman. They were both
How not
stylists.
to, what not to wear?
What not to wear, and they would take the people and they put them in the mirror room.
Yes.
Yes. She said the way you handle muffin top is you just hit it right in the middle.
Interesting.
You
the
get
middle.
Yeah, you get the waistline. This was 92. Who knows? 1892. But you hit it right in the middle, and I think that
I
was a
wonder
good
if
point.
that's almost where I'm thinking too.
I think that's where you do hit it.
well,
you hit it in the right spot.
These pants are a little lower than I want.
Do you
them
know
to
what
be.
low waisted was good for? Was like a pink body. Like if you have pink's abs with like the
Oh.
cuts
If you
in the
have
bottom.
dick lines
Yeah,
and
dick
you're a
lines.
woman,
You got to wear
Low-
low
Wait,
waist.
Low
didn't
rises
you
for
used to
you.
call those?
cum gutters.
Yes, I let you say it on the record.
That was sweet. Thank you.
My friend's
Cum
mom
gutters.
calls them tubes, but she just completely made
they're
that up.
cum gutters.
Cum gutters is so funny.
I think the lesson
fucking
here
cum
is that like
gutters.
for pants, like for clothes, just you have to. Like for me, I always thought I look bad in this look, so I must be bad looking and ugly.
Yeah, there's
but
just
it's like
different
there's just a different type of jean for everybody. one will make you look
And
better.
I will find that gene.
And if you have a body that's not like popping right, isn't the like typical body that everyone's like obsessing over, like if you have like maybe a flatter butt or whatever, just wait, it'll come back. It will come. I swear to God, the look was rail fucking thin.
Those were not
nothing.
good days. Do not
Listen,
bring those days up.
You had no
They'll come
body,
back.
like you had nothing. You had no body. It was just the tiniest. It was like not eating. It was like
core.
it wasn't exercise or anything. And now
Totally.
it's like the bodies are healthy looking now, or like
curvy,
ripped.
big ass. I just can't believe boobs are just out. I'm
I'm
sorry.
so happy
I
about
can't
that.
believe.
So out.
I don't believe
They're not
that.
though,
That's
because
not
they look
true.
so good.
Men are
Nice.
Because
always
you both have good under boob area.
Yeah, my saggy mams. Are you kidding? I could put like a
mams.
these
Carol-
saggy mams.
There's no under boob.
I could put in your Ethos water bottle and hold it
I
under
have
my
no
bare
under
breast
boob.
right now.
right.
I
Oh,
wish.
that's so funny. It's so big.
I
have these are my
certainly
period boobs
hoist
right now,
that.
so I have literally the biggest boobs I could possibly have.
Oh God, they're
And
so delicate.
I wear a swimsuit top as a
That is so cool. That is
As a-
so cute.
As a bra.
Face.
every day.